Do you see this? Yes, this thing on the screen. This is my intro. It's one of the many components you may see in many YouTube videos on this platform. As you saw in the title, I'm going to show you guys how to make an intro. Over 2020, I've gotten requests time to time from fellow lads in the Topics fam, asking what steps need to be taken to make an intro. Well y'all, the day has finally come. I shall show you guys what steps need to be taken to make an intro for your channel, so sit back, relax, and hear me ramble at 12:20 in the morning. Step 1, and this is before we even think about editing an intro first. Make sure to determine your channel's theme and vibe. Believe it or not, but an intro can reflect the sort of image your channel may be perceived by people. When you see my intro, for example, it's semi-3D with pink hues while not having too much going on at the same time. The pink could reflect how I try to give this channel an aesthetic vibe. Even though the intro doesn't give you a straightforward assumption on my content, this is actually a good thing considering this channel has mixed niches going on. Anyways, questions you gotta ask yourself is what kind of content does your channel consist of? Gaming? Dance? Vlogs? Consider the content you post in order to get an idea on what your intro could be. Let's talk about the different kinds of intros now. I like to categorize intros into 5 different types. The first kind you have is 3D, which is often seen in gaming channels. Then you have 2D, which is the perfect kind of intro if your channel is more miscellaneous and just has a little bit of everything basically. The third type is just a screen, which is often seen in aesthetic and vlog channels. Then you got the fourth type, which I call a video mashup, and I often see this in like dance related videos. And the last type you have is edits, which is often seen in edit channels such as the Dance Moms edits you may find in the Dance Moms community. Now that you know the different kinds of intros, remember how I told you to think about the kind of content you post in step 1? This is where those thoughts come into play. Think about these types and see what may match the most with your channel. While I will admit the type of intro you have is important, the duration is equally as important as well. The intro is a component that could help intrigue your viewer into the video, especially if they were already kind of 50% interested at the start when they saw the title. Think of intros as a last chance to fully pull the viewer in if they weren't already. You don't want to make your intro too long basically. If it's too long, it may turn off the viewer and make them leave your video. My personal suggestion is to make your intro approximately between 3 to 10 seconds. This gives the viewer enough time to read your user and get the feel of your channel while also not getting them bored at the same time. I know personally for me, if an intro exceeds 15 seconds, I don't care how intriguing the title is. I'm clicking out or skipping and trying to find the main point of the video if that's the case. Please heed your intro's duration. There are many applications to make your intro. The following apps I'm about to show you guys can all be found in the App Store and are all free. Here are some examples of the kind of apps you could use. The first app I'm going to show you is Intro Maker. This contains a lot of intros that could be perfect if you are looking for a 3D intro. The second app I'm going to show you guys is Intro Video Editor. This app contains a lot of 2D intros, which could be fitting if your channel fits a kind of aesthetic vibe. The third kind of app I'm going to show you guys is Intro Aid. This app contains a lot of 3D intros, but it also contains a lot of other kinds of variety. The last app I'll show you guys is called Intro Maker. Most of the apps in here are good for vlog channels, and there's also 3D intros. However, there's also a good variety of other kinds of intros that could be used for different kinds of niches as well. Please just note that these are just examples I found nice. There are many more other kinds of intro apps in the App Store too. If nothing seemed interesting in the App Store, that's okay. There are a lot of websites that offer intros to use as well for free. A website I like is Canva. It's safe, easy, and free to use. As I said earlier, there are other websites that offer intros as well, but please be careful since some websites from my past experience at least can be unsafe/sketchy. Let's say websites aren't really your thing. Perhaps you should consider getting an intro right from YouTube itself. There are many intros on YouTube free to use. If you search around enough, you may find the right fit for your channel. There are two ways to get an intro from YouTube. Lots of people screen record, edit, and trim it, and then ba-bam, that's their intro they use on their videos. But some people like me may download the video and just do all the editing magic from there. If you do this method though, please make sure you check the description since some may require you to credit the users. Making intros from scratch are a lot of work after all. Speaking of editing an intro from scratch though, this is something you could do too. Lots of vlogs and edit channels I see do this. If you take some clips, mash them together, and add some text on it with cool music in the background, that could be your intro. Anyways, that's the video. I hope I helped, and if you have any other requests I should do in the future, don't be afraid to comment that down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!